without the adjustable bed, I literally wouldn't have been able to do anything. I wouldn't have had any options. And I found the ErgoMotion bed was quite affordable. I'm Devin, and I'm an engineer here in Santa Barbara, which is paradise. Everybody agrees. I was one of these people who I would get up at 5 a.m. and get on my bike and ride up to the top of the hill over here, get to work at 7:30, get showered and be at work before everybody else, having climbed, over the mountain kind of a thing. So it was really nice to, in the middle of the day, look back up there and say, oh yeah, I did that this morning, And then I had a bicycle accident. I'm told that the car was kind of weaving and changing sides, and then eventually at the last minute turned into a driveway and came across the road and went straight into the car. Broke my back, broke 14 ribs, my scapula, punctured both lungs, and exploded my pelvis, and specifically my L4 vertebrae. That one was just pulverized. And so there were little bits of bone in my spinal cord that the doctor had to go in and surgically remove. And it was a traumatic experience to come home and I think realize that, okay, now I have to get comfortable here. I have to be able to do my things. There's this brown chair we have in our living room, and it's very comfortable. It's the coziest chair you've ever sat in, and it's a sort of a two-person thing. And I had in mind, I'll be sitting there most of the time and, watching TV and recovering. And sitting, it turns out, is one of my most painful things I have to do or can do. So I sat in the chair and maybe 5 minutes later realized this isn't going to work. To bend my spine at all into a sitting position is very uncomfortable. So I began to experiment, around the house with places I could sit or lay and try to be comfortable. The couch, I could be horizontal, but even then I was kind of rolled into the cushion of it. We tried a wedge pillow, like a memory foam wedge pillow that would sort of keep you up. But then you're at a fixed angle. I could not sit there for a lengthy period of time. You're not going to be able to function. You can't digest your food, you can't eat. It's really hard to have a conversation with someone when you're this way and they're vertical. It really wears on you. I could be reasonably comfortable asleep horizontally, but I had very difficult time finding any position sitting up with my head up where I could function. Between the couch and the wedge pillow and various pillows, trying to find a place that was comfortable was nearly impossible. So through the advice from some friends who had ErgoMotion adjustable beds and recommended them very highly, we got our own in the bedroom, and it was a double so that my wife and I could each have some adjustment, and it just sort of fit our king-size bed frame, and that was perfect. And at that point I was really able to go from horizontal to sitting up for breakfast to reading. In a way, just the motion of adjusting positions with sitting was good therapy, because it was moving my spine and some of the connective tissue in a way that I wasn't going to happen in a chair even. You can't really live your whole life in a bedroom, even a nice bedroom. You get tired of the view. So I knew we needed to get a similar type of thing for the living room. So we got one there with a nice sort of furniture-looking cover for it. And from that position, then I was able to watch our TV, I was able to listen to family conversations, see people approaching the door who were coming to visit, and so now I had two options, and also a place I could go away from the bedroom so that when I did go to bed, it felt like the place you sleep. Just going from one room to the other felt like freedom and felt like I had options, and I think that was the first sort of taste of real living again, where I could go places. Being able to have guests and being able to adjust my position and be comfortable, as comfortable as I could be and as vertical as I could be, in order to have conversations with people who were coming to see me. That was crucial to my recovery. About a month after the accident, I thought I was going to be going back to work within 2 or 3 months. And then after 2 months, I thought, it's more like 4 months. And after 4 months, I thought, I wonder if I'll ever go back to work. Then I knew that I had to be accommodated in my work. And I was starting to think about, well, what kind of situation is it going to be? Am I going to have to try and sit and then go home when I get uncomfortable? And will I be able to work from home? So then I started thinking about, I wonder if it's even possible, or if the company was going to agree to put in a situation like this where I can have some adjustment. Probably a month before I went back to work, I started thinking about it and looking at the possibilities, and I thought, well, really, another ergomotion bed would be perfect. So they went ahead and authorized me to put one in, and that's what I use now. I have an ergomotion bed. I have a monitor and a keyboard that are on an arm. I can swing in front of myself while I'm reclined, and it's quite comfortable. It's as comfortable at work as I am at home. Without that adjustable bed, I would have no options for getting back to work. That's one thing. There's really no other way I could imagine being productive as an employee. I feel like it's really restored me to sort of some sense of normalcy. Obviously, I'm not fully recovered. And because my main issue is pain management, the ergomotion bed is my primary tool for getting comfortable now. And honestly, the whole accident and recovery experience so far has just been really a journey of thankfulness. Having to be thankful every day for the things that I have that allow me to live normally again. And so I'm super thankful for the ergomotion adjustable bed. Because of the adjustable bed, I'm able to find a place that's comfortable most times during the day. These adjustable beds are pretty much furniture, and you don't realize how much you spend time making yourself comfortable in a chair or in a couch or something like that. But when you can push a button and just adjust very slightly your angle or your position, even if it's just watching TV, where you can just change your perspective just a little bit without having to reach behind and get pillows and stuff things in locations, and stealing pillows from people sitting next to you and things like that. It's actually not just a tool for my pain management, but also just a lot of options, a lot of fun to be able to sit in bed with my wife and adjust our angle and watch some TV on our laptop or something like that. So it's the same bed that I have in the bedroom and in the living room and at the office, but in some way it's, I feel like I'm going to work. I feel like I'm going into the living room. I feel like I'm going to bed. All along the way, these beds have given me options and given me comfort where I didn't have it before. So.